Hey, welcome back. I'm going to teach you now how to make a yes or no question in Chinese. And I have really good news for you. It is super simple. It couldn't be more simple. The way to make a yes or no question is simply to add the little particle ma at the end of a statement, and it turns it into a question, a yes or no question. So, for example, if I want to say, in English, I would say, are you an American? Now notice the word order in English changes. If it's a statement, it's you are an American. If it's a question, it's are you an American? So the you are you switches. In Chinese, there's no changing the word order to make a question. And so you simply add the word ma at the end of the statement and it becomes a question. So here's an example. 你是美国人 is a statement. 你是美国人 Oh, forgot my little tones here. 你是美国人 you are an American. You are American. If I want to say, are you an American? I just add this little particle, ma, and now we've got a question. And it looks like this. And it's neutral tone, it's ma, and we got a question. So, 你是美国人吗? That means, are you an American? If you are a foreigner living in China, and you look American or look potentially American, you probably hear this exact question a lot. 你是美国人吗? And then here we have 他们吃肉. This is a sentence, this is a statement saying they eat meat. 他们吃 or they ate meat, whatever the situation. 他们吃肉. And then if I want to say, do they eat meat or did they eat meat or something like that, I can just add a little ma here. And now we have a question. Did they eat meat or do they eat meat? 他们吃肉吗? So there you have it. You couldn't get any easier than that. You can simply make a yes or no question by adding ma at the end of a statement. Now I'm going to go a little bit higher, a little more general, and talk about questions in general. So not just yes or no questions, but any questions. And I want to make the point that what the word order for questions is, and it is this, that it doesn't change. Statements and questions always have the same word order. What you do to form a question is you just put the question word where the answer would be. In many cases, it's a noun or an action or something. So when you're asking a question, wherever the answer would be, that's where the question word goes. So if you're trying to figure out how to make a question, think about what the answer would be, and then just take the answer out and insert the question word. So let me show you what this looks like. 他是谁? He is who? 他是同学. He is a classmate. 他是同学. So he is a classmate. He is classmate. So who is he? He is a classmate. So here's the statement. He is a classmate. That word order is intuitive to English speakers. Besides the missing the article, it's the word order is the same. And so what's the answer? 同学. So I remove that and I put the question word who right there. So in English we say who is he, but in Chinese you say he is who. And that's the word order. So this is a little not intuitive to English speakers because you can't translate in the same order. However, once you get used to it, it is actually super simple because you don't have to change the word order. It just stays the same, always. 你吃什么? 我吃肉. You eat what? I eat meat. So again, the statement is I eat meat. The answer is 肉. I take that away and I put the question word what right in there, same order. 你去哪里? 我去中国. You go where? Or where are you going? So you go where? 我去中国. I go China. So I go to China. In Chinese, you don't have the word to in there. It's just go. So I go China. I'm going to China. 我去中国. Take away 中国 and put the question word 哪里, which means where, right in that spot. So that's the principle. It is super simple, and I hope that you will find it not too hard to get used to. Keep it up. You're doing great. In this next point, I'm going to teach you the Chinese word for and, but with a big caveat, the big disclaimer. So and is a very useful word to know, and you probably really want to know what it is. So and, it is he. Now this is not he, right? Because this is not English, this is Chinese. He, that's how you say and. However, here's the deal. He can only connect two nouns. It's almost like two nouns in a list, like this and that are both delicious. That would be an example of how to use he, this, he, that. But it cannot connect, he cannot be used to connect phrases or verbs. In most cases, it can't be used to connect verbs or phrases. So it's very different from the use of and, because and in English is very broad. You can connect the whole sentences together. You can start a sentence with and. You can connect all kinds of verbs like I want to go there and buy something. In Chinese, you can't do that. Okay, so here are some examples of how to use it. 你和我是朋友吗? you and I are friends ma? So this is a yes or no question. You and I is friends ma? Are you and I friends in less Chinglish? So here, that's an example of he. Here's he on the other side in the predicate part of the sentence. 我吃肉和蔬菜. I eat meat or I will eat meat. I eat meat 和蔬菜. 蔬菜 is vegetable or vegetables. So I eat meat and vegetables. 我吃肉和蔬菜, meat and vegetables. Here's an example of how not to use he. This is a mistake. 我想去中国和吃中国菜. I want go China. I want go China 和 and 吃中国菜 eat Chinese food. 和吃中国菜 is eat Chinese food. So I want to go to China and eat Chinese food. In English, that's perfectly fine. In Chinese, you cannot use the word he, that form of and, in this sentence. So I just want to point that out. So it's really important that you get this in your mind because it's so different from English. You have to, he is how you say and. When you're connecting two nouns, it's kind of like in a list. This, that, this and that, but not when you are connecting verbs or phrases. You got it?